Craft Club, Craft Club. We're all gonna craft at Kevin's Craft Club. You will craft, and I will craft, and we'll all craft because it's Craft Club. Okay, these episodes are getting a little bit shorter because, as I mentioned, so what's happening is I'm reading my Christmas movie, my first Christmas movie that I wrote before I had a lot of more experience. So now I'm a much better writer. But also, Christmas movies are not supposed to be that good. Like, they're not supposed to be, you can't step out of line, really, as a writer. You have to write in the standard, and you cannot overwrite the places because there's a certain budget to these movies, and they need to make it within 10 days. So they want it all in one location, like a pie shop, etc., etc. So we are limited to the writing, but we are now on Act 5 of 9. We've had all of these commercial breaks for all of these Christmas things that you can buy. And now we're back for Act 5. If you remember, Tracy, the daughter, and Betty walked home, and they had a lovely mother-daughter moment and conversation, which is nice because it sounds like they were having issues until Betty started opening these presents from Ben, her husband, and they're opening the presents, and she feels a lot better. She's been to the movie, she has a diamond ring, she has photography, and her pie company, she's putting on makeup again, she's cleaned the house, and she's upping the pie company. The pie company is ready, and so now, and will it be open for Christmas this year? For some reason it wasn't open last year. This year, it's open. We're hoping, because she's back on track. So, Act 5. Exterior, Betty's house, evening. Betty and Tracy approach the house. They walk up to the porch. The Christmas lights are on in the windows. Oh, you turned on the Christmas lights. Oh, yes. The house looks more festive this way, doesn't it? It does. Reminds me of when I was a kid. They hug. I'd better get home. I want to catch Mike before he gets there. We have some things to talk about. Good idea. You sure you're all right? I'm fine, dear. They embrace. Tracy leaves down the front path. Betty enters the house. Interior, Betty's house, living room continuous. Betty enters the living room and sits down on the couch. She takes a gift from the table and studies it. She loves these gifts. Ben enters. Was that Tracy I heard? Yes, she walked me home. Sorry I missed her. Ben sits. So, are we going to open it? Oh, yes, of course. Betty unwraps the gift and opens the box. Inside is an ornament of the Eiffel Tower. Paris. Yes, like the engagement trip we planned. Flashback. We go into the flashback to make the script long enough. Interior, Mrs. Betty's Pie's storeroom. The same store, but with a fresher coat of paint, because this is the flashback. It is summer outside and the sun is shining. Young Betty is bringing out pies and placing them on the counter. Doodly-doo-doo. Young Ben is on a ladder nailing up the menu signs behind the counter. I don't know why. I feel like he has bangs and he goes like that. It's like a Jacob Elroy. What's his name? Jacob Eldory? Or like a Timothy Chalamet. Is this even? Young Betty eyes the signs. I think just a little higher on the left. Young Ben adjusts the signs. Perfect. The door opens and young Miss Leonard's, that pie fiend, walks in wearing summer attire. Are you open yet? Yes, Miss Leonard. Come on in. Young Ben climbs off the ladder and stands by young Betty behind the counter. Oh, I love what you did with your mother's old restaurant, Betty. Thank you, Miss Leonard. I love pie. Brings me back to my childhood. My mama would bake me pie all the time before she... Younger Miss Leonard stops dramatically emotional. Sorry, Miss Leonard. Young Miss Leonard composes herself. No need to be sorry. We have that in common. Young Betty nods sadly. There is no place to get a decent slice in this town. Until now. We definitely have the market cornered. Well, I would like to get a... Young Miss Leonard looks at all the pies. Oh, this is fabulous. I love to browse. So many choices. I'll definitely take a Dutch apple. My ma used to always make Dutch apple. Oh, and a blueberry. And oh, do you have pumpkin pie? Oh, it's a little early for pumpkin. We'll have pumpkin around Christmas. Oh, good. It isn't Christmas without pumpkin pie. Well, then I'll have a strawberry pie. 3 pies. I like to bring a little something for my bridge club. They will love that you're open. You know, speaking of Christmas, do you think you might be open on Christmas morning, or will you take that day off? I would love to have a fresh pumpkin pie on Christmas morning, just like Ma used to make. Maybe that can be arranged. Well, you have a few months to think about it. I'm predicting a lot of business for you two. Young Betty and young Ben eye each other excitedly. And a flashback. We go back into Betty's old house. It's all like the same. Living room. Back to prior scene. We never did make it to Paris. Well, starting a new business takes a lot of time and money. Starting a new life does too. We'll make it to Paris eventually. Betty holds up the ornament to the light and watches it sparkle. You know, I've been feeling kind of claustrophobic in here. Maybe we could go out? Sounds lovely. I'll get my coat. Interior, Tracy's house, the daughter, living room. Tracy's living room, like her dining room, very modern. She has a gray couch with a white coffee table and a large hanging silver light. Tracy sits on the couch reading a book. The front door opens. Mike enters in his trench coat. He takes off his coat and hangs it on a hook by the door. You're late? I know. And you weren't here when I woke up this morning? I know. Where were you? At the office. I just needed some time. For myself. To think. Oh. Mike walks over to the couch and sits beside Tracy. Should I be worried? No. Should I be worried? No. Okay. I will keep waiting. We're almost there. My mother is doing better. Just a little more time, I think. And one day you'll say yes? Yes. So I'll turn down the job in Chicago. If that's what you want. Mom's doing a lot better the past few days. That's good. Yeah. She saw a movie last night and the bakery broke even today. That's important. And also, I love you. Mike smiles. Do you want to go out tonight? Maybe we could see a movie or see if anyone good is playing at the Music Box pub. Music sounds nice. Mike embraces Tracy. They kiss passionately. Ooh. But like not in a way that would get me dinged because it's too raunchy, Just like kiss, like no tongue, just lips. Okay. Mike stands up and pulls Tracy to her feet. Let's go. They laugh as they run to put on their coats. Interior, the Music Box pub, night. A rowdy jazz club. There are little tables and chairs surrounding a dance floor. People are drinking and dancing. At the front, a jazz band plays an up-tempo with a singer in a red sequins dress belting out a song. For the purpose of the script, I Won't Dance by Jerome Kern. So sometimes, like music is really hard for movies because they're really expensive. Songs are really expensive sometimes. And sometimes they're not. Like newer songs are maybe not, but like classics, like Somewhere Over the Rainbow or something, it's going to cost a lot of money for the movie. So you give an option of the vibe you want, and then it just is what it is. Sometimes they take it, sometimes they don't, So the singer's like, I won't dance, don't ask me, I won't dance. There's some horns and stuff. Okay. Mike and Tracy enter excitedly. They greet people as they walk in. It's a small town. Everyone knows each other. Okay. Shall we get drinks? Sure. I'll get a Manhattan. Coming right up. Mike heads to the bar as Tracy stands at the doorway watching the musicians. She scans the room. In the corner, she sees someone she recognizes. She takes a double take. In the front corner, sitting at a table, sits Betty and Ben. Betty still holds the ornament. Tracy walks over to their table. Hello? We've been caught. Hello, dear. It's a little late for you to be out, isn't it? Your mother's a grown-up. I just wanted to hear a little music, dear. Well, this is definitely a surprise. Mike walks over from the bar holding a martini and a beer. Now, time-wise, it's a little fast for a drink, but we're just going to say the bartender wasn't busy, made the drink really quick. Okay. He hands the martini to Tracy. Fancy meeting you here. It's good to see you again, Ben. Oh, no, it's good to see you again, Mike. That's Ben. Ben is sitting by himself. It's good to see you again, Mike. This was supposed to be a date night, but do you want some company? Should we sit with you? That's Tracy. Tracy looks at Mike questioningly. Mike shrugs. If that's okay with you, Betty. Betty looks at Ben. Sure. Okay, I'm getting confused. There's too many people. Sure. Betty goes, sure. Why not? Mike grabs 2 empty chairs and pulls them towards the table. They sit down. Mike notices the ornament in Betty's hand. Is that the Eiffel Tower? Okay, I'm losing the voices. He's more like, is this the Eiffel Tower? Mike is straight voice. Is it? Okay. Is that the Eiffel Tower? Oh, it is, dear. Always wanted to go to Paris. This is Ben, the other straight man, the older straight man. We were supposed to go there on our engagement trip. Okay, there's no difference between the two. They're both low voices. Okay, I'll just say the name before the voice. Okay. And then Betty says, maybe you can go there to celebrate your engagement. Mom! Whenever that is. Oh, so now you two are ganging up on me? This is Ben in the back. Make it the 3 of us. Just saying, as an option. And then the singer's like, finishes her song. I won't dance. The band finishes their song and the audience claps. The singer addresses the crowd. So now we have a special request from our favorite pie maker, Mrs. Betty. The room turns and smiles at Betty, who blushes. I can't wait for my pie Christmas morning. I sure did miss it last year. The room murmurs in agreement. They love their pies in this town. Mrs. Betty, this one's for you. The room raises their glasses to Mrs. Betty. The singer begins to sing a ballad. Again, we don't know what song. I chose the most expensive song that most of these networks would not be able to afford, which is What a Wonderful World by Louis Armstrong. So she's like, I see trees of green, red roses too. The room sways to the music. Couples start to stand up and slow dance. Michael stands up and holds his hand out to Tracy. May I have this dance? Tracy looks at her mother concerned. Betty, go dance. Tracy stands up and takes Mike's hand. They walk onto the dance floor and begin to slow dance. Betty and Ben watch them. Ben, it's our song. Flashback. I don't know, he sounds like a Muppet now when I say it. Okay, flashback. Interior, Mrs. Betty's pie shop, day. The pie shop is decorated with streamers. The tables and chairs are pushed to the side. Behind the counter, a DJ stands with his equipment on the counter. Young Ben and young Betty stand in the center of the room. Young Ben wears a suit and young Betty wears a cheap white wedding dress. They are surrounded by people in suits and dresses sitting and standing on the sides. I just wanted to thank everyone for coming here today to celebrate our wedding. We couldn't afford a big fancy church wedding, but a quick visit to City Hall followed by some pie. Sounds like the perfect wedding to me. This is Miss Leonard's in the back. Me too, because she loves pie, you know. Everyone laughs. The young Ben says, please, everyone, enjoy the party. He kisses young Betty. The audience applauds. And now there's a DJ. What's a DJ sound? And now, there we go. And now, let's have the first dance for Mr. and Mrs. McCarthy. The DJ begins to play What a Wonderful World, because that's their song. Ah! If the production could afford it. Young Betty and young Ben draw each other close and begin to slow dance. The revelers watch and then slowly join in. And a flashback. We're back in the Music Box pub. We return to the original scene. I had to request our song, that's Betty. Ben, you were the most beautiful bride. Betty blushes. She looks at the Eiffel ornament. We had so many dreams, but life never goes as planned. They watch Tracy and Mike dance. They're so in love. Maybe it's time for them to go back to Chicago. I don't want to be the one holding them back. Ben kisses Betty on the cheek. Or maybe they could be happy in this little town like we were. They sit there watching the band. The colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky. And then the song goes, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Do, do, do. The song ends. The room applauds. And the band bows. End of Act 5. There is something that I will say that I don't want to give anything away. But let's just say the dialogue is very specific here. And I don't know if you can see or tell. But we will discuss it when I finish this whole thing because I feel like I need to not say anything to give anything away, but the interactions are very specific in this. So I hope you enjoyed Act 5. Oh, move the camera. Act 5 of 9. Of my first Christmas, the first Christmas movie I wrote many years ago, and the first rereading of it that I've had in years. So I'm like, oh, what's happening? Oh, that's what's happening. Anyway, I hope you enjoy it. Next episode is Act 6. So tune in for another episode of Craft Club. Craft Club. We're all gonna craft at Kevin's Craft Club. You will craft, and I will craft, and we'll all craft because it's Craft Club.